we're on to 2009. Today on All Out Brick, we're going to be taking a look at the Agori. We're going to build the sets, review them, and then give out a score. Let's get started. Hey everyone, I'm Christian from All Out Brick. Welcome to another Motunui Monday. As always, the best way to tag along with us every week, and yes, every week from now on, is to subscribe and turn on notifications. This week, we're going to be building the Agori, which mark the first sets from that 2009 line of Bionicle. The Agori are essentially the citizens of Bara Magna, which is a portion of the planet Spherus Magna, which is adrift in space following the Shattering, which was a cataclysmic event that broke the planet apart. The Agori species organized themselves into a tribal system governed by the Great Beings. As opposed to the Bionicle standard of 6, there were 8 total tribes. The packaging is done in the same style as the Avmatoran, where we have 2 plastic coverings on the ends of a cardboard insert. The front shows off the build in its natural environment, along with identifying the age range and set number. The back of the packaging shows a Glatorian warrior next to the included Agori, along with a large amount of text. Alright, let's go ahead and unbox this set. Basically, there's a single zip tie strap, basically, that goes around the entire perimeter of the box here, so just gotta cut that. And now it's unlocked, and now this should just lift right off very easily, like that. And inside, looks like we don't have a ton. I mean, it's not a big set. Got a Lego Club advertisement, love it, don't think it works anymore. The instructions, oh, this takes me back, reminds me, I mean, this is pretty typical for the small sets, but it just makes me feel like it's those older sets where you had the poster. So we have that poster on the back, and then we've got the instructions, which are unbelievably short, so these are going to be some pretty simple models. See how I feel about that in a little bit. Now, everyone always says when you open the brand new Bionicle, you gotta smell the Bionicle, so let's see. I don't know. It smells like cardboard. It must just be for the canister sets. But there's all the pieces inside. Really not a ton of them. It's only a 13. No, this one's actually a 15-piece set, Berix. So pretty small, but we do have a Lego Club advertisement, the instructions, and the pieces. Let's open this up real quick, huh? Lego Club. No cool advertisements, but still nostalgic. Pretty cool. So that's everything inside the box. Back when these sets first released, I had already moved on from Bionicle in my younger years, so these are about as new as they could possibly be to me. I'm kinda hesitant about the new storyline, but I'm gonna give it a chance and see what these guys got. Let's fly through the builds. After just 12 minutes, I've completed all 6 of the Agori builds. Rather than going through the models just as a whole, we're going to go through each one individually since these are pretty unique from one another. So we'll start off with the first one and just work our way down the line. Going in set number order, first we'll look at Atakus, who is our lone villain, if you may, as he is a servant to the Skrull. The main appeal to me with Atakus are the glow-in-the-dark weapon pieces. The mask mold is very different from anything we've seen before with its long tail. I really like the intricate carving they implemented into it. Beneath the mask is a brand new face mold, which is a solid transparent color. I can't help but feel like the face just looks like old Tony Stark. Atakus is also the first one to introduce us to Bionicle hands. At first I thought I was going to hate this, but with every set that includes them, it grows even more on me. It's nice to see actual finger molds instead of just a socket piece. Moving on to Raanu, the shield stands out the most to me with its vibrant red color and just overall awesome look. The mask has a really unique shine to it that looks incredible with the orange and red color gradient. The Vakama Hordika weapon sticks out a little too much to me. Sure, it works with the concept of a fire Agori, but it's a bit bizarre seeing the piece again instead of a new mold or color. Clearly from the jungle tribe is Tarduk, who we can see sits on all 4s. His overall posture is very reminiscent of a primate. Tarduk is the first Agori so far to include 100% vibrant colors, and it looks great. Sets that leave out the gray and instead focus on a vibrant scheme look the best for Bionicle in my opinion. Think back to those early days of Bionicle which captivated us. We were loaded with color, and this guy definitely goes back to those roots. Moving on to the Scavenger, Berix presents us with a very clear Water Tribe affiliation as well as a pretty unique mask. Typically in Bionicle, the masks cover the entire face, but in this case, Berix has more of a gladiator helmet which not only fits the character and the world, but helps establish that we're in a new phase of Bionicle. While earlier with Raanu we saw the old mold fail, here Berix carries Tahu's flamesword in light blue, but I really quite like it. Mainly because this is at least made in a color which we've never seen before, not like they had just had a ton of them lying around and decided to reuse it. Next up is a literal snake, Metus, who is a disgrace to the colors Matoro once sported. The figure itself is actually pretty neat, but morally, this guy is a clown. Once again, we have more of a helmet look than a mask, and the details worked into the mask mold are very high quality. And of course, you can't help but admire the ice shield. Him and Raanu need to get in a fight ASAP because they just look built for each other. Unlike the previous sets, Zesk is representation for the entire species, which belongs to the Sand Tribe. Clearly, there was a lot of Scorpion influence here, and personally, I like that it offers a bit more diversity than just 6 mirrored warriors. Unfortunately, there is quite a bit of restriction with head movement on this model, which is a shame because I really quite like the mask. I would have preferred that the black parts were brown just to round out the original Bionicle color schemes. Other than this, we ditched the yellow and orange and have returned to the glory of early 2000s Bionicle colors. When it comes to the value of these sets today, they actually aren't that much more expensive in use condition than their original release price. Today, you can get them for around $8 to $10 each in use condition, but if you want to take the jump to brand new sealed, you're also going to see quite an increase at around $40 each, give or take depending on which model you're getting. For all these sets to be really affordable still is a blessing in my opinion. There's some pretty solid sets and you can essentially get all 6 of them in use condition for $50. If you're going to go to new condition though, I would kind of stay away from that and only if you have the budget for it, and I would really reserve that for collectors. In terms of a score, I'm going to give the Agori a 7.5, which is pretty solid score. Good sets, they just don't do anything at all to really just go above and beyond. As a whole, the Agori do a great job of introducing us to a new era of Bionicle and standing out from any previous sets to really establish that we are entering a new phase on a new planet. I don't foresee these sets being anything that really sticks in my mind when I think about Bionicle, but as someone who is very skeptical of this new storyline starting, moving to a new phase of Bionicle, these sets did a great job, and I'm very pleased with them. I'm excited for the rest and to see what's to come. I'm completely hopped on board this new storyline now. The Agori were some pretty solid sets. So 7.5, that's your review. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel to be the first to see all of our future content. Also be sure to check us out on our website and follow along on our social media pages. Until next time, stay bricking.